Hi, let's discuss about construction of a DC generator. An electrical machine which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy is called a DC generator. So this is the general structure of a DC generator. The outer structure or outer part of the DC generator is known as yoke. So it serves the purpose of the outermost cover of the DC machine so that the insulating materials get protected from harmful atmospheric elements like moisture, dust and various gases. It provides mechanical support to poles. It protects the machine from harmful atmospheric elements. It is also cheap and made of cast iron. Next part is poles. So generally there are four poles here, north and south poles. So these poles are again divided into two parts, pole core and pole shoe. So coming to pole core, it carries a field winding and directs the flux produced through air gap to the armature core to the next pole. So basically it is carrying a field winding which is necessary to produce the flux. Coming to pole shoe, it enlarges the area of the core to come across the flux which is necessary to produce the EMF. The next part is field winding. So it is wound on the pole core which carries the current and it helps in the producing magnetic field. Generally the field winding is made of material copper. Next one is armature. So this is one of the most important part of the DC generator. So here you can see this one is armature. The rotating part of a DC generator is known as armature. So armature again consists of two parts, armature core and armature winding. So armature core is cylindrical in shape which is mounted on the shaft. It consists of slots on its periphery and air ducts to permit the airflow through the armature. So armature core provides house for armature windings, that is nothing but armature conductors. Next is armature winding. It is interconnection of armature conductors placed in the slots provided on the armature core periphery. When the armature is rotated, magnetic flux gets cut by armature conductors and EMF is induced in them. So the main function of armature winding is generation of EMF takes place in the winding, and to do the useful work in the external circuit also it is mainly important. Next is commutator. Commutator converts AC voltage induced in the armature conductors to DC voltage in the external circuit. So its function is to facilitate the collection of current from the armature conductors, and it converts internally developed EMF to unidirectional EMF. That means it provides unidirectional torque in case of motors. So generally it is made of copper segments. Next comes brushes. Brushes are stationary and they rest on the surface of the commutator. To collect current from commutator and make it available to the stationary external circuit, the brushes are used. Generally, they are made of soft material like carbon. Next is bearings. Bearings are used to support the armature shaft and they are highly reliable. So now I am just attaching the lecture notes of complete construction, yoke, its functions, functions of pole core, pole shoe, field winding, armature core, armature winding, commutator, brushes and bearings. So let's get back to the circuit of the DC generator once again, where we have discussed all the parts or not. So I have explained it. Yoke is the outer structure of the DC generator and there are four poles and each pole is divided into pole core and pole shoe. We can see this winding is known as field winding, and this rotating part is nothing but the armature, and these are armature conductors that are interconnected in the slots, and this round one, the small one, is nothing but the commutator, and These are nothing but the brushes that are attached to the commutator. And the center part is nothing but the shaft of the DC generator, which gives support to the complete machine. Okay. So with this we will end our session. Thank you.